Hello lovelies, do you know that there's some key pieces that you need to stop wearing in 2025 to avoid looking frumpy, out of style, and at times even older? Swapping these pieces for the ones that I'm about to share with you can instantly upgrade your look. And best of all, they're probably already in your closet. Maybe you don't care about trends, but clicked on this video because you're curious, or maybe you love following fashion trends as much as I do, because it makes getting dressed fun and it helps kind of inspire us at times. Fashion trends should be thinking about your wardrobe a little bit differently and they shouldn't stress you out. And we all know that getting dressed every day can create major transformations in your life. And if you're ready to dig into your closet and start getting dressed every morning in a very intentional way, make sure to sign up for my free 5-day style challenge where I will walk you through the basics of developing a styling formula that is unique to you. If you're already making an effort in 2025, you don't want to be including these 5 out of style items in your outfits. The first item that's out of style in 2025 is wearing heels that are too tall. And how high is too high? It really depends on you and your ability to walk in heels, and also the actual shoe itself. Sometimes you might see something that looks really tall, but it's constructed in a certain way, or it has a platform that kind of gives you a little bit of leeway so that it's more comfortable and you're not kind of clunking around like Peggy Bundy. I don't know if you remember the show Married with Children, but you know, the hot mom was always wearing like cheetah print and capri pants and these little heels that she would shuffle around. And that always comes to mind when I'm wearing heels that are too tall. I'm like, wow, it actually be something that I'm channeling. And even though I'm 5'4" and I totally get wanting to look taller, there's other things that you can do versus wearing heels that are too tall for you to look taller, including styling hacks. I have a couple of videos dedicated on doing just that I will link below. But in the meantime, there's other shoes that you can wear that won't compromise your comfort or looking not confident, because when you take confidence away from your outfit, then you're kind of defeating the whole purpose. Instead, I recommend some kitten heels. Not only do they provide somewhat of a heel, and they're also really trendy right now. You can also focus on some companies that really specialize in comfortable heels like Inez. Inez is one of my favorite shoe companies because they do just that, and I love heels. I have a 15% off discount code that is available site-wide. And then another shoe that you can wear, and this is kind of a hot take because I have heard so many people say that platforms are out of style, but I challenge that that is not true, because the boho chic aesthetic and maximalism is very trendy in 2025. And these two aesthetics really utilize heels, platforms, kind of that chunkier sole that gives you a taller base overall. And platforms are really comfortable because they kind of start your foot off at a higher level. And the heel itself, even though it might be really high relative to where your foot is starting out, the ball of your foot, the angle isn't so brutal for your foot, like a nice 45-degree angle versus like a 90-degree angle. So I'm definitely keeping my platforms in 2025. They're also great to wear with longer pants as well. And the second item that we need to talk about that's out of style for 2025 is wearing bunchy pants. And what I mean by that is two things in particular. The first one is the paper bag waist, which is so jarring. And the second is just the wrong pleated trousers. Those oversized trousers and very languid, flowy type of pants are very trendy for 2025, but don't get them wrong by making them a paper bag waist. Why these were ever in style is beyond me, because they are so difficult to pair and style with tops. First of all, you either have to have a very tight top like a bodysuit, or something that is tucked in so it doesn't compete with that waist hemline of the paper bag trousers, because then if you have those tops that sit like directly above, then it's kind of like creating a lot of volume and really unflattering. So not only is it extremely difficult to style, but it also creates more tummy volume and bulk, and nobody needs that. So unless you want the silhouette of like lowbrow food, it always reminds me whenever I see a picture of me where I did wear the paper bag waist pants, I always think to myself, I kind of look like a beer bottle stuck in like a paper bag or a street corn. I don't know. It just gives me the illusion of food when I see myself in those pants from the past. If you love pleated pants, I know I do, make sure that the pleats are facing away from your midline and that they're not doing one of two things, either facing in or starting out really high by your waist and facing directly forward, because that's going to create wings, volume, and just create the illusion that your stomach is bigger than it is. So we don't need that. What to wear instead? Either those pleated pants that are facing away from your midline or elastic band wide leg pants. These are from Franny Gold. I wear them all the time. They're super flattering and they're probably more comfortable than leggings because they feel like sweatpants. Like they're just really easy to wear. They're a great pair of pants like when I'm traveling somewhere, but then I need to, like right when I get off the plane, I need to show up somewhere and look halfway decent. They're a great pair to just like swap out your shoes, swap out your top, and look really put together. The other fantastic option, speaking of other pants that are in style in 2025, are a low-rise pants. And this is great news if you struggle to breathe in the high-waisted pants. I know I've heard from a lot of you that you just feel a little bit suffocated, that's too high, right by your ribs or right under your bra, and you don't need that. I know you might hear this and think, this is not for me, I'm never wearing low rise. You might have some trauma from like Christina Aguilera, like 2002 era, where the pants were way too low and showing your underwear and that kind of thing. But that's not what I'm talking about. 2025's low-rise pants are about lengthening and a beautiful silhouette that lends itself to all of the billowy, kind of more voluminous tops that we're seeing thanks to the boho chic and maximalism era. Now, before I get to the next 3 items that are out of style in 2025 that are totally gonna surprise you, I need you to hit that subscribe button for more outfit ideas. I upload videos every single week about how you can look and more importantly, feel better in 2025 and you don't wanna miss them. For item number 3, the item that you wanna reconsider is the simple white tank top. I know. I have seen this in a few different places, and the reason being the minimalist aesthetic is not really trending for 2025. Now, does that mean that you need to throw away your white tank tops or anything that's minimalist? Not at all. So the plain white tank top is a closet staple for most of us. And as a 90s girl, I cannot commit to storing my white tank top. So I'm just a messenger here. Like for example, look at how chic this looks. Like to me, this is just so timeless and classic. This is where in fashion you have to stop and think critically about what makes sense for you versus just like blindly following what's available in stores, because that's ultimately what trends are for you and I. If you still like the tank top silhouette, there's other options that are a little bit more updated, like having a ruched kind of meshing. This is a beautiful top by Anthropologie that gives you the same silhouette and function as the simple white tank top, but just more of the moment. Or perhaps an interesting texture like cashmere or wool. This one is by Aloe Yoga. I thought it was so interesting that it's in a winter texture of wool, but it is just a simple white tank top, but different. I do admit it does add interest to the outfit and it's kind of low-hanging fruit as it comes to styling a simple denim outfit with one of these updated tops. And these updated basics will be front and center in 2025, especially as sporty luxe aesthetic takes over. And speaking of sporty luxe, we have to talk about sneakers. Out of style for 2025 are the plain white sneakers. And this is also surprising because they were just like completely in our face for so many years, and they're very classic. They go with so many things, but I think sometimes the white sneaker can be a little bit jarring because if you have a nice white bright sneaker, the contrast can sometimes be too much, especially if you love darker colors like I do. It's a lot to then at the very end have like these big bright white sneakers, or I guess the other thing is that's also out of style that is kind of a 180 from that are the golden goose sneakers, which we all know about, that the kind of like pre-dirty sneakers that everybody paid $400 for a few years ago. And I'm curious to hear, does this surprise you? Do you have white sneakers? Do you swear by them? But the good news is that the sneaker that is really in style right now is the metallic sneaker. And the reason this is good news is metallics go with almost every color palette. Anytime that you are not sure what kind of shoes to wear with your outfit because it's a tricky color, like you have the butter yellow or maybe a forest green or whatever it might be, and you're like, wow, I don't have the shoes that match this. If you reach for a metallic pair, it's always going to pair really well with almost any color. And I gotta say that for once, I have been ahead of the curve here because I've had my metallic sneakers now from Gola for about a year, and I have worn them with everything. I've featured them here before. I love traveling with them, and I've worn them even with dresses, jeans, the white leg pants that I was talking about earlier, a shirt, dress in the summer. They just look great with everything. And are the silver ones. You can also go for like a gold pair or bronze. Let me know which metallic you would pick. I think this is one of the most underrated fashion hacks ever. Those metallic sneakers will serve you in any season with any outfit. The 5th thing that's out of style is having a gap between your pants and your boots. So that you don't look outdated, you want to think about your pants and your boots as layers versus competing hemlines. And this will not only make you look more polished, but it will also help you look longer and leaner as well. As I mentioned before, the cropped and cuffed denim look is very in style right now. And it's also a really easy way to update your jeans from last year. You can just grab any straight leg pair and just roll it up and cuff it and have a really updated look without spending money. However, in this look, you want to make sure that whatever boots you're wearing are sitting underneath the pants versus somewhere down below where you can see that little sliver of ankle that just breaks up the whole outfit and makes you look frumpy and shorter as well. Your boots have to be high enough to cover the skin gap and fall below, or your jeans have to be long enough to drape over the boot. And I think this is also why skinny jeans get such a bad rap, is because sometimes we have the skinny jeans and then the ankle kind of like tapers down and bunches up, and then you have a little bit of a gap, and then the boot, to add insult to injury, sometimes you can see like a little bit of like sock peeking out from the boot. So now your visuals are very broken up. You have the pants, the bunching, the skin of your ankle, and then a little bit of hint of sock, and then your boots. And it all becomes too much when it can just be very simple and streamlined. If you're gonna wear really tight pants like skinny jeans, you wanna make sure that you wear a boot that goes over the pants, like knee-high boots, or ballet flats or loafers where you can see the top of your foot. And if you're wondering how to wear skinny jeans in 2025, make sure to check out my video. I give you 5 different outfit ideas that are really easy to recreate with things already in your closet. Let's look at this side-by-side comparison and see how much chicer this side looks. Here we have that cropped and cuffed ankle look, and we have a suede booty that goes a little bit higher up my ankle, sits underneath the pants, and it just looks a lot more chic than when we have something like this where it just breaks up the eye. And the other thing to note about here is what we talked about earlier, is that even though these are heels, these are blocks, I'm able to walk in them quite comfortably, which is key in helping me appear more confident in my outfit. And if you're wondering how this look would appear with shoes that aren't boots, here I'm styling them with Mary Janes and socks. And again, the socks go all the way underneath the pants. And this doesn't just apply to jeans, but also split skirts. And if you want to learn more do's and don'ts of styling this very timeless classic wardrobe staple, make sure to watch this video. And if you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.